Hey, what's going on? This is Maud Austin here with Try to Fail. Today, what I want to talk to you guys about is creating habits during this time of quarantine. Not to take light of what's going on in this world right now. I know a lot of people who have dealing with some difficulties going on during this time, whether it relates to someone passing, losing a job, not having money. I definitely do not want to take that lightly. So, my prayers and thoughts go out to those who are dealing with those things. Um, what I want to talk to you today is I know there's a lot of not ill normal, but things that are not normal in our world today. And what I want to do is talk about some things that can help bring normalcy into your life during this time of quarantine. One of the things I want to talk about is creating habits. A lot of times we feel like we're off habit, we're not on schedule because we're not going into work, we're not doing working on things that we normally do, we're not taking kids to the school, and kids are in the house with us right now. So things are a little different. So what I want to do is talk about creating habits during this quarantine time. Most of you might have habits already. You might be off of them because the things are a little out of whack right now. So I heard Mark Manson talk about this last week in his new article. Check it out, markmanson.net. Great author. You probably heard some of his books. I love his work. I love his articles. I joined his online program as well. So check it out; it's real good. What he talked about is trying to create habits during this time of uncertainty. Having habits help bring some normalcy to your life during this time. So what I want to do is talk about some of those habits that we can create during this time. I know I've started getting back into some habits. You hear a lot of successful people, a lot of gurus saying habits, habits, habits. A lot of the millionaires say habits, habits, habits create success, especially the morning routine create success. So I want to talk about some of the habits that you can do during this quarantine time. One of the habits that I want to start off with that I try to do every morning, of course I don't do this every morning, is have a gratitude journal. When I first wake up, get my journal out and I create just write out some things that I'm grateful for. One thing I like about writing in a gratitude journal, it helps me see that how blessed I am. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how many times after writing my journal, like, man, what am I complaining about? All the stuff I got going on. I'm living in one of the greatest countries in the world. My kids are healthy. I'm healthy. I got food. I got money in my account. Might not be all the money that I would like to have in my account, but I got something in there, so it's not totally zero. So just writing those things out, seeing and meditating on those things, man, does that help my spirit. So especially in this time, we can definitely write some of those things out that we're grateful for, things that are going on in our life that are going perfectly fine, that you don't have to worry about. Whether it be you have a car, whether your parents still alive, whether it's your kids doing fine, whether you do have some money in the account, not all just zero. Write some of those things down. I can't tell you how much it'll help you. Here's one of my journals that I just bought a new journal about a few months ago. I love this thing. I love how it feels, leather. I write in this, try to write it a lot, but of course, that doesn't always happen. So here's my journal, and I write my gratitude. 10 things. I try to write at least 10 things in it every morning. Of course, I don't do that every morning, but this is a good habit. I'm telling you, it helps me out a lot. So I would suggest it doesn't have to be nice as this, but definitely get your journal to write in every morning and write down some of the things that you're grateful for. Again, I promise you, you do that constantly, it helps bring up your spirits, especially during this time. The second thing I want to talk about is meditating. I don't know how you feel about meditating. I grew up in an environment where meditating was kind of looked upon as weird, different, crazy. It took me a while to start doing that. I don't know what your beliefs or your ideas about meditating. Try it out. There's so many different ways you can do it. Some people say do it this way. Some other people say do it this way. Another group might say do it this way. Find what resonates with you if you want to try it out. Some people find it hard to do, but of course it takes practice just like anything else. I like the Calm app. I also use the Headspace app. You can check out both of those apps. They're great apps to kind of guide you in meditating. All you're doing is focus on your breathing, and I feel a whole lot better. One thing I can say about meditating on a constant basis, It has helped me become more aware of my surroundings, more aware of how I'm feeling, more aware of when somebody talk to me. I know what they really want. They're saying one thing, but they really mean something else. That has been a tremendous help in my life. Just being aware of what's going on in my body, what's going on around me, what's going on with my kids. Um, I can't stress that enough. Meditating does help. So that's a good habit to start during this time of quarantine. The third thing is exercise. Here in Alabama, there's a lot of sun out right now, so it's a good time to go outside and meditate. I mean, not meditate, go outside and exercise. If you don't want to do that, you can exercise at home. There's so many people doing exercise videos and exercise training online. There's a plethora of stuff you can follow. I say find someone that you resonate with, or you can just create your own. You don't have to follow somebody. Just put on some crunk music, some hype music, and just meditate. Exercise. Keep saying meditate, but exercise. Your exercise doesn't have to be strenuous. Right now, I'm doing something so simple, which is walking 30 minutes a day. I'm just walking 30 minutes a day. I walk around my neighborhood every morning since this quarantine started. I feel so much better afterwards. When I first did it, I was like, I don't want to do this. But after a while, doing it for about 2 weeks now, man, I feel good after I do it. And again, just 30 minutes. Not trying to do an hour, not trying to do all these push-ups and sit-ups and squats and weights. I mean, which you can do, which is totally fine. But I just want to do something easy, simple, which get me kind of moving and to get my heart rate going. I could run a little bit. That's up to you. Again, I would say if you're trying to exercise during this time and trying to make that a habit, start off small. Walking 30 minutes is great. The last thing I wanted to talk about in creating some habits during this quarantine time is definitely take action on something that you always wanted to do, whether it's a goal, whether it's business, whether it's an idea. If you wanted to write a book, this is a great time to start. Write 20 minutes a day or write 30 minutes a day. If you wanted to start a podcast, start looking up the equipment, start looking up your ideas, start moving towards those things. One action a day will get you moving. Especially, let's just say this quarantine lasts until August. Just imagine you take an action towards your goal every day until August. Oh my goodness! Just imagine how far you'll be from today. So just something to consider. I don't know how long we'll be in this quarantine, but just imagine if we were in quarantine for 2 more months and you just boom took action towards your goals, whether it's making music, whether it's like I said, writing a book or some other idea that I probably can't even imagine, but you just work towards that, whether it's painting, drawing, whether it's creating some kind of new, I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. Just imagine you take one action towards that every day. You're not doing anything. Turn off TikTok, turn off Facebook, turn off Netflix. Netflix got some good shows these past couple of weeks, but just turn it off, take a break from it, and then move forward. Just take some action. So those things I definitely want you guys to think about. Creating habits kind of is a great time. Let me see. That's not what I'm trying to say. There's so much uncertainty going on. One of the great ways to kind of bring normalcy to your life is doing something every day over and over again, and that's by creating habits. Some of these habits you're probably already doing, but these are some great ones that you can start with. You don't have to do these that I mentioned, but just doing something every day to just kind of just bring some normalcy to your life. Again, check out Mark Manson. He has a great article about this, especially during this time of uncertainty. Check it out. I know you enjoy it. So, if you like this video, if it helped you a lot, please leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Check it out. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.